Hey folks, Kilt-Man here. Kilt-Man! Basking in really bizarre, super hot Easter weather. Easter, the UK, bank holiday. Normally, historically, it's pissing down. Pissing sheets of rain coming down. Sheets of it bouncing up off the streets. And yet, the UK is now basking in such sunshine and such heat and glory that it's we're hotter than Barcelona. We're probably hotter than Ibiza. Yeah man, get in there. So Kilt-Man and his Moobs are sons, guns, Moobs, But I'm a fair-skinned little bastard me, so chances are that in another hour or so of this, I'll be looking more like him. So anyway, folks, how are you all? I hope you're doing very well. It's Easter. It's some people this means a lot. To some people it just means chocolate. And yeah, and that means a lot to everyone, doesn't it? When all's said and done. Chocolate, crown of thorns and all that kind of stuff. No, we want a great big fucking egg. You know, a cream egg, that big. Yeah, is right. Although I'd rather have whiskey, if I'm perfectly honest. And Kilt-Man, you're catching Kilt-Man on the flip side of another crazy night. Now, as you all know, I have my Freedom Fridays, and today is Friday. It's Good Friday today. So I was out last night on what would be a thrilling Thursday, and it was great. It was great. For what I remembered of it, it was tremendous. I know I did pick up a couple of other subscribers because I kind of coerced them. Hey, they come over. Hey, you look fantastic. Why are you wearing a kilt? Wow, you don't sound very Scottish. Did I not sound very Scottish to you? And I didn't at all, because that fooled no one. And but great people. Oh, it's always great. Everyone that comes over is tremendous. Well, apart from that bastard that called me Mick Hucknall. I'm still smarting over that. Mick fucking Hucknall. A face like a bag of elbows, but a voice that can charm the birds from the trees. Yeah. And he goes, oh, it's not your face, it's just your hair. It's your hair. Fucking hair, it's not unlike him either. Jesus Christ. Obviously alcohol plays a part in all of this. And he was very drunk at the time. No excuses. So yeah, folks, Easter. Does it mean anything to you? Are you arsed about Easter? It's just more time off, isn't it? It's more time off. And it's like a long weekend, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and you're off on the Monday as well. You're not meant to eat meat today, Good Friday. Yeah, is that right? Gotta be fish. Well, basically just not meat. Well, I've fucked that up already because I had steak for breakfast, and I've just had two steak medallions right now because, hey, tradition. Fuck yeah. No, whatever you're into, folks. If you want to, take hold of these traditions and customs, and that's fine. That's totally fine. In fact, Mrs. Kilt-Man was saying only just earlier, I've got the fish for tonight. I just looked at her. I don't want fish. Oh, well, you've got to have fish. And I was like, well, sadly, I've already defeated your crusade because I've had lots and lots of beef already. Because don't forget, these little man-titties don't just grow themselves. You've got to put meat. To get meat, you need meat as well inside you. That sounds really rude. In retrospect, I would have rephrased that. But anyway, it is what it is. So, it is gorgeous though, absolutely gorgeous. I would show you the Kilt-Man's grounds, but they are wild, unkempt. We have, in fact, people who are into nature and stuff, and conservation and ecology and the environment would love this garden because it's overgrown. It is a paradise for wild animals. I've seen wildebeest frolicking over yonder, and they've done some damage to the shed, and herds of gazelle springing across this place. But the dog loves it, and that's the main thing. Can you see the Can you see this on the bridge of my nose? Yes. What happened there? Well, I ain't gonna tell you. But my God, it bleeds like crazy. If you just accidentally, and I accidentally during the night took the scab off it and woke up in the morning with blood, dried blood all down my face and all over the pillow. Yeah, I know. Look at it. It's tiny, tiny. Look at that, tiny. And yet, it bled like I had my throat cut, and I was just bleeding out. And then watching the Liverpool game the other night, which we won, yes. And I was just teasing it. You know when you get a scab, you know when you were kids, you got a scab, or you grazed yourself. Oh, the grazing really hurt. You come off your bike, didn't you? And you skinned your knees. Oh, fuck, man, that really hurt, didn't it? Oh, it just sang. Your flesh sang. And you're like, argh. But when it began to heal up, and it got a bit rough, and you could and the scabs were forming, you'd have a little bit of a pick, wouldn't you? And then occasionally, you think it dried up and you could take the whole lid off it, but no, you went too far, and it ripped up, and then the blood began to gush again, and you got a whole new scab coming on top of that. But there you go. So that's what I did with this. So I was sitting there, just teasing, because it hurt to touch, right in the bridge of your nose. It's a fucking painful little spot, and I was like, just teasing it while the game was on. And then Salah scored that thunder blast of a goal, and I went, and I ripped it off, and it began to pour like a big bloody waterfall down my face. And my daughter was sitting next to me, and she was like, and she's that squeamish normally, but she was like fascinated by it. She went, Dad, I'm going to film this. I want to film it forming a waterfall off the end of your nose. But of course, it didn't do that, did it? No, what it did, it dripped down, whatever that bit's called, that bit in the middle there. Sepulchrum, women get that pierced, don't they? And it's got a name. I don't know, forgot what it is. Anyway, and it just dripped down and went into the muzzy, and then it went to my lips, and I was like, I told you, I'm not a vampire. Given the choice, I'd be a werewolf. I'm hairy enough to be a werewolf already, full moon or not. And in fact, the sun, this is great, this is great. It's kind of, wrong, a little whippoorwill swirled round then, a whippoorwill. That's a little gust of wind, a little summery gust of wind. It's warm air, but there's a whippoorwill, and it sort of swells round. It's great, great. Dust devils, you might call them. Should you be in the desert? Should you be, Nevada or Arizona, or the outback, or Namibia? Dust devils. But it's a little whippoorwill. Whippoorwills, by the way, if you wear a kilt, whippoorwills are the thing which will let you down every time. As friendly, as nice as that was then, and refreshing and cool and lovely. When you're on the street, you can go out in a force 10 gale, and the gale will blow your kilt down, so your kilt's not going to lift because you're being confronted by 80-mile-an-hour fucking winds, so it doesn't bother you. But what does bother you, and the weird thing is that you don't even know what's happening, those little whippoorwills, which sort of they dance around the ground, sort of a centimetre to 10 centimetres, maybe a foot, and when you're wearing kecks and you're wearing boots and stuff, you don't even realise it's happening. When you're wearing a kilt, you do realise, because all of a sudden the kilt just begins to lift all the way around, and you try and flatten that bit down, but the backs come up. You try and flatten the back down, the fronts come up, and it's like, oh my God, it's just swirled around you like that, like a little cyclone, And it's almost like it'll do it when you're walking past a bus stop full of schoolgirls, or when you're walking down the main street in Liverpool, the shopping centre, and there's like 50 fucking million people there. Or you're crossing a road by the town hall, and there's police, and there's fucking taxis and tourists sitting outside cafes. So everyone's like, oh hey, look at that man in a kilt. There's a man in a kilt there. Don't see that very often, do you? So they've already got the cameras out, and the next thing you know, whoop, up it's gone. Duncan, where's your trousers? That's what it's all about. So yeah, this is a little catch up, because I'm kind of getting a bit lax with the reviews. I know, I know, folks. I know I am. But stick with us. Bear with me. There's reviews coming. That film, Overlord, the Second World War horror movie. Fucking awesome movie, that. And I watched it weeks ago, and I promised, I kind of hinted I was going to review it, and I've never got around to it since. But hey, that's what I'm like. Things happen. Oh. Hellboy. You know what? I'm not even going to waste a half-hour video talking about Hellboy, the reboot, because it's a pile of shit. It had disastrous reviews, and then, a fool that I am, I still went to see it because I love the character of Hellboy. You know I do. I've discussed it many times before. I've got all the books. I'm a massive fan of Mike Mignola, the creator of Hellboy. The artwork, character is just outstanding. Stories, the folklore, the legends, the horror aspects to it, the weirdness. I love it all. And Guillermo del Toro did 2 movies, Hellboy and Hellboy: The Golden Army, with the great Ron Perlman playing Big Red, and they were awesome. They were a little bit toned down for a sort of more family sort of market, but I've read the books and they were very close to what Mignola wrote, and the folklore tradition that he brought in, the fairies, the pixie people, and all this kind of shit. Like, and it worked. It worked for me. All that could have been done is a bit more blood and gore, and that's what they've done with this. Incessant blood and gore, and that doesn't bother me, apart from the shoddy CG, which is really crap in Neil Marshall's reboot. The CG is fucking dire, and the mass destruction at the end, which just seems so out of place, it just goes on forever. It's like a DC movie, just endless destruction for the sake of it. And David Harbour from Stranger Things, who played Sheriff Hopper, who's great. He was great casting, but give him something to do, give him something to say. Even his makeup looked wrong. On the trailers I thought, no, you're looking good, but in the film, no, he didn't look good. He looked crap. He looked dead poxy and low budget and really, really crass. And the story, it completely shoehorns in one of Hellboy's most epic stories, a big apocalyptic story of the old Queen Nimue coming back to life, rebirth. She was from King Arthur's reign and all this, and she needs Hellboy for this, that, and I don't even give a shit about telling this story because it doesn't matter. They don't fuck up the story, but they have exposition plus exposition plus exposition. So you're getting and I think they tell you the same thing over and over again, just in case you might have missed it first time, or even second time round. Jesus Christ. And it was just, man, no, I was so looking forward to it. I was in a cinema of one audience member. Me! Which ordinarily I'd love, because, I don't want anyone else around sitting around me rustling fucking packets of crisps and popcorn and slurping drinks, get their phones out and all this kind of shit, mutter. And so it was absolutely ideal conditions to watch a movie in. But I had to stop myself from getting up and walking out. And I know a friend of mine did exactly that. He saw it before me, and he did walk out of it. And he's a film reviewer as well, and he just couldn't stand it. He walked out, and oh dear. So it didn't bode well. But I thought, well, maybe people are getting this wrong, and I'm going to find something in this of redeeming value and quality. No, I didn't at all. Ian McShane, who I love, who's having this huge sort of rebirth. Well, it's not a rebirth. He's been gone for fucking years, hasn't he? But from Lovejoy, antiques collector and sort of part-time detective, Lovejoy, to John Wick and Deadwood, I'll swear again, the perfect name, because it does nothing but swear throughout the entire. His dialogue consists of cocksucker, hello, cocksucker, hello, want a drink, cocksucker. And that's all he says throughout the entire fucking series, but he's awesome. And he's in this, he's playing Trevor Broom, who is Professor Trevor Broom, who is the father, the human father, the surrogate father of Hellboy. And he's crap in this as well. And I didn't expect to say that. He just was. I don't know why you're here. In fact, you're in it too much, to be honest. I didn't like you from the word go as this character. Nothing in this film works. Nothing. It's just Mila Jovovich, who plays the Queen of Blood and Darkness, Nimue. It's terrible. Whoever told her she could act anyway? She's just like, Resident Evil and all that kind of crap, and which are crap, let's be honest. And fucking Fifth Element, oh god. Luc Besson's, Jean-Paul Gaultier did all the costumes for it. I know it's got its fans, but what a camp, kitsch pile of fucking shit that turned out to be. Bruce Willis in a fucking bright orange vest with blonde hair. Get the fuck out of here. It was a pantomime. Pantomime. Don't get me started on that fucking, Chris Rock. Chris Rock, was it? Or Chris Tucker? Which one was it? Chris Rock, Chris Tucker? Shit, I can't remember now. But he had that big fucking afro penis on his head. No way. Load of shit. And Hellboy. Actually, Fifth Element's great compared to Hellboy. This is dire. This is poor filmmaking. But now, big disclaimer, okay, folks, disclaimer here, because Neil Marshall, the director, who did Dog Soldiers, he did people reckon the best episodes of Game of Thrones. Personally, I don't. The Battle of Blackwater, it was okay. It wasn't great. It wasn't what I expected from someone of Neil Marshall's action credentials. Dog Soldiers, Centurion, Doomsday was wank. I hated Doomsday. But and The Descent, incredible. Descent and Dog Soldiers are awesome, genre-busting horror movies, and I love them to bits. And I do respect Neil Marshall. I loved Centurion, even though it was, what he was doing. He had to do his own little gladiator story, and he did. And but I loved it. But here, what happened was, if the truth be known, the producers came in and they kept stopping him. Whatever he wanted to do on set, whatever his vision was, they would come in and they would change it. They had a massive, this argument lasted a day. They had a tree. I know the tree they mean, the tree that they wanted, and the producer said, no, it should be symmetrical. And he went, no, it should be asymmetrical. No, cast your minds back to Sleepy Hollow, the great Sleepy Hollow with Johnny Depp, directed by Tim Burton. It's great. I love Sleepy Hollow. But you got that big spooky tree, where the what's he called, the headless horseman comes out of, like he's in the root system of that tree, and all the heads are kept in there, and that tree is tremendously pure, pure Tim Burton style gothic excess. Well, this tree should look like that in Hellboy, and they argued the fucking toss. No, it should be symmetrical. He said, no, it should be asymmetrical. We're trying to create a spooky atmosphere here. It's not meant to look normal. It's meant to look completely supernatural. No, they argued. No. And in the end, I think he walked off the set. He said, look, I can't argue over a fucking tree. I've got X amount of millions to spend here, and you're arguing over this. Plus, he had cast members changing the script on a daily basis. That's not unusual, that, because script, actors changing the script on a daily basis. They do. They always say things like, look, I'm invested in this character. I think they would say it like this. I think they would perform this scene this way. They would react thus. So a good director will take that on board, and if it works, then fine. If it doesn't, then they'll advise them otherwise. But by all accounts, this was happening quite a lot. Ian McShane was doing it, and he's not the star of it, but David Harbour was doing it as well, and apparently everything was conspiring to take Neil Marshall, the director, down a peg, until he's on his fucking knees. And in the end, I think he didn't go to premiere. I think he wants his name removed from the movie. And having seen the end result, yeah, Neil, if you're out there, mate, I love you, but fuck me, that's not your movie. I know it's not your movie. Don't worry about it, don't sweat it, but distance yourself from it, because it's a piece of shit. It really is. And I don't blame you. But it's just a shame as well. Look at that on my nose. It's really, it's bugging me, that now. Yeah. And this poor guy here has got no skin at all. It's just like ripped off. He's all melting. He's the Tar Man from Return of the Living Dead. You have seen him before. He was the subject of a previous video. And underneath him, we have the Imp from Hell. That little bastard gets everywhere, doesn't he? Little swine. Anyway, there you go. He is great though, isn't he? It's just like, party! Look at his eyes. He's like, yeah! Let's go for it, man, you know? So, anyway, this was like an outdoor broadcast. A bit of fun, just a bit of fun. I'm tanning the scab on my nose. And my moobage. Oh yeah. Remember that little package got slid to me the other night, and it was all the Jason Momoa bling for Aquaman, and there you go. There's a selection of them. There's another selection of them, and I have a whole load more. I love them. I love tribal bling. I'll never get it done, but I like, and Momoa's got it as well, like big tribal tattoos up and down the arms. And I've got 2 tattoos. I've only got 2. I will get a third, and I know what it's going to be, but it won't be for a while yet. And but I'll never get. I think they look great, but I'll never get like a big sleeve. I'll never get big Celtic tribal, patterns. I'm not going to do that. I know what I want, and it will happen. Watch this space. In fact, watch this space, because that's where it's going to be. Some of you already know what it is, I know you do, and I've mentioned it before. So anyway, and if I just said my favourite character of all time was Snake Plissken, Kurt Russell, the great Kurt Russell, King Kurt, who's got a new movie out. He's looking old now though. Yeah, he's looking old, but he could do another escape movie, another Snake Plissken movie. He could do another one. I know he could. He's got it in him. He's got the acting chops. He's got the strength. He's got the stamina. He can do it. By Christ, he can do it. So anyway, folks, that was a bit of a resume of what's been happening. What did we cover here today? I lose track. Him, the imp, Moobs, tattoos, the sun, which has gone behind that tree there, which is why I'm not like, because we're quite lucky it's done that, because otherwise I'd be like, like that, and I'd be going, squinting, and burning, squinting and burning, not a good combination. And what else did we discuss? What else did we cover? Well, I've forgotten. No, I have genuinely forgotten. But that's the way it goes, y'all. So, what's next then? Do I do an Overlord review? Do I do some kind of music? I think I might do music, I might do that. I'm gonna pick another little random exciting piece of music, and I'll discuss its genesis, how it came to be, and we'll play it and we'll enjoy it together. How's about that? How's about that then? Yeah? Are you alright with that? Good on you. So, folks, wherever you are, be happy, be safe, enjoy yourselves. I hope the weather's doing what you want it to do. If you want snow and ice, I hope it's doing it. If you want blistering sunshine, I hope you've got it. Some of you, I know, because I speak to you fairly regularly, are in Florida, some of you in Australia, some of you in South Africa. You get this fucking weather all the time. So you must actually want, once in a while, a big downpour, a bit of snow, something like that. You must want that. A cold wind, Well, we fucking get that all the time. And if you want it, I'll send some over. I'll package it up and send it over to you. And on that same token, if anyone in California or South Africa or Australia wants to put me up for a bit, because Kilt-Man's got itchy feet. Itchy feet. I want to travel. I need to travel. I need to get some, some more locations, under my wee belt. I've been around the world a couple of times, but not for a long time, and I do need to see some more. I'm kind of thinking California. I love California. I love it. One day, Kilt-Man will relocate to Northern California. Yeah. That's what I intend. Whether Mrs. Kilt-Man and the Kiltlets join me, I care not. Because I'm going regardless. Are you going? You can't really nod your head when you've got a slimy melting neck. So forgive him for that, but he's saying, yeah, he's coming to. So, folks, in the meantime, you all take it easy. I will see you all very soon. And, hey, be safe, be happy, be real. And I'm going to see you all later. Birds falling dead from the branches now, like.